So what are we going to do today? What did I do over the weekend then? I finally finished the Parallax mapping. So where are you, RPG Maker? I finally did the last 3 screens. I finished off the Parallax mapping. I put some little rocks on the cliffs. These weren't here before. They were just like, didn't have anything on them, and they definitely looked like they needed something there because there was far too much cliff. So I did that for these last 3 screens. So now they match with the first 3. And there was a few visual glitches as well that I sorted out. So that all the Parallax mapping is mostly officially done now. And last week we did the mini maps, and we also put enemy sprites on the screen. And I did a bit of editing of them over the weekend too. I changed this one a little bit. My head's kind of in the way. But I sort of made its head a little bit rounder rather than an oval shape, because if we look at the enemy sprite, that's it. It's got quite a small head, to be honest. It's quite round, and the original was like far more oval shape than that. So yeah, I tried to kind of get the shape, and I think that's cool. Now it works. Kept the mushroom the same. We edited the bee sprite a bit, and I've finally done the flower as well. So this is the flower sprite now. Oh my goodness, my head's in the way of them. But yeah, this is the flower sprite. It originally had these weird legs coming off it, so I took those off. Only problem is it looks really weird when it walks. The walking animation's a bit off, so I'm kind of going to keep these sprites still on the map, and they'll be sort of moving, but they won't be walking. And I think that looks okay. I like that they are all different rather than all walking in the same pattern. Like, I made the bees far faster because they're flying, so they're a lot faster than these sprites on this screen. How far are you with your game? Not far at all, Neffel. We're in the early stages here, as you can see below in the title. We're on stream 35 today, and the first 10 streams were literally on this map, just rambling on about characters and world building, basically. So it's we didn't officially start the forest dungeon, Everbloom Forest, until about stream 15 or so. Maybe it was approximately around then. So it's you know, a slow process, but I think I'd like it to be faster than the average game development, and I think not having to do the art myself kind of helps that too. Otherwise we'd be here until 2040 probably. I remember when I was trying RPG Maker, I couldn't program doors correctly. It happens. There's a lot I'm still getting my head around, and it's just a trial and error, having to go on forums for support a lot as well, and then eventually you do it. Because there's a problem I'm facing at the moment, actually, and it involves the tree sprite here. We was messing about with it last stream. I've changed the tree sprite actually now. Oh my god, looks like that's literally what it is. It is, and it's huge, so it covers the whole of this image. But yeah, you won't be able to see it until we do the test play. But I kind of like the tree sprite. I might still change it, but for now it's fine as a placeholder. It's better than the one we had before. But I'm not making it walk. It's basically a still animation. I would really love it if we could sort of get some breathing animation, a bit like the battle system for the side view enemies has. That has like a breathing animation that works really well, but I don't know if we can get that for sprites. But yeah, it would. I think it would look cool like that. But there's a bit of a problem with it, because what it is, this tree here, it goes over it because it's the overlay, which is what we want normally, because we want our player to be able to walk behind trees. So we have to have the tree layer on top. But the problem is when this sprite is there, because it's such a huge sprite, it like fills up about 12 squares, maybe even more than that. Because it's such a huge sprite, this tree ends up going on top of it, and it's I need to work out how to get the tree behind it. The only way we could solve it is if we actually delete the tree altogether. But it could be a pain if we have to do that, especially in the future as well, if we ever have big sprites and trees and overlays in parallax mapping. I'll have to give a little Google to see how we can solve that. And hi White What, how are you doing today? And hi Richard as well, and Silent and Lost, how are you guys doing? I'm busy making progress today. I hope you are also making progress. We are. I'm rambling on about what I was doing over the weekend at the moment. Also guys, if you don't know, some of you might not, if you're not following me on Twitter or if you're not on Discord, we have changed the schedule a bit. I'm doing an extra day a week now, so Monday to Thursday streams from now on. I'm just feeling extra motivated. I've put other stuff on hold for now. I had another project on the go, and although I was having a lot of fun with that, I've decided to put it on hold and focus more on this for now. Yeah, hypo. And how are you doing, White What and Richard? Do you have a storyline for the game? We improvise this. It very much works very similar to a D&D campaign in the way that the Dungeon Master improvises the story as it goes along. So this will work very much the same as that. We've kind of written some of the story so far. If we got our Instagram here, story. Yeah, we have the first part of the story on Instagram because I'm going to be uploading it on there, so it's kind of like a little visual book. So all like the story so far will be put on there as we go along. I have to put up a new post as well, which I will probably put up tonight actually for chapter 1 part 2. But yeah, it's all going to be, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. We don't know how it's going to end. We don't know what any twists are or special moments yet, because we only know it as we do it basically. And I think that keeps things exciting, and people can like sort of plan maybe, and it's all voted on polls, so I want you guys to get involved with things like that, like getting involved with story ideas, and it'll all be done on polls, and whatever gets the most votes will be with the one that we go for. Will there be fighting too? Yeah, we have a battle system. We haven't worked on it very much though yet. We spent a couple of streams having a little look at the battle system, but the next few streams are going to be very much focused on that, because we're going to be doing a lot of skill creation, focusing on how to make the battle system a lot more interesting visually and exciting and lively in terms of animations and features. And there's a lot of cool plugins for that, so we'll probably look into that too. We'll be looking into what kind of skill builder thing we'll have and how that will work, and that's what I'm going to do today mostly. I found something really cool and I want to show you guys, so we'll have a look at that together later. Yeah, hypo. Hello to everyone who joined the stream. Yay for Akira being super friendly and awesome. That's what I like to see. Let's always be nice to new peeps in stream, guys, and make them feel welcome. Okay, so right, so yeah, the sprites, as we were saying, mostly done. I changed the deer a little bit too. I made his face a little bit smaller because he had a little bit of a larger face originally, that sprite did. But looking at the deer, we haven't got him here yet because we haven't worked his skills or anything yet. But have we got the sprite? I don't think I'm not sure if I've... Nope, he's not up here yet, but he will be soon. But we're focusing more on the plant, the mushroom, the flower and the bee for now, because these are the ones in our first 3 screens. And then we have the cutscene here. But once we've finished the cutscene dialogue and all that, because we'll be doing some of that this week too, we'll move on to the deer and the tree stump and the big tree then. We'll split it up, and sometimes things with skills and thinking of skills for enemies, we can't force it either. We just have to do them when inspiration strikes, if that makes sense, because we basically got the toxic plant and mushroom done, but we need to do the flower and the bee too. I'll put bee in there. I still need to think of a good way to present this, because We, unfortunately, the skills, it's all one menu. We don't have enemy skills and character skills separate, so I need to think of a way that we can do those without them getting all muddled up and mixed in together. But I'm kind of giving them 3 skills each. For now, I think that's a good balance. And we worked on the plant and the mushroom together several streams back. I think it was stream 19. And we thought of these skills together, and I really liked the Leave Me Alone name for the toxic plant. I think a few pun sounding skills will be awesome. And I think it was Silent Loss that thought of that name, actually. So we'll have a look at those these enemies later on as well, and I'll show you how the battles work with them and what the strat is. It's very simple, really, the strat for the first ones, because we don't want the Everbloom Forest to be too hard. It's the first dungeon of the game, so we don't want the enemies to be overwhelming hard, but we want it to be fun. I don't want this to be like a, you know, hit and die sort of game where you just kill them with anything and they're dead. Don't want it to be mindless battles. I kind of would like a little bit of strat involved. Do you use only default tile set or make your own? We sort of use I wouldn't say default, because the community itself has a lot of assets. So usually I take ones that, you know, we can use for free, that the artists allow us to use online, because they usually have a note for saying can be used in non-commercial or commercial games, or both. But usually we do have to make a lot of edits, because it's not always to our desire how it looks. We might want to change things because we think, nope, that deer's face is too big, that, you know, looks, you know. So there's not always assets available for what we want to do. So in cases like that, I have to find an asset and edit it very, you know, a lot, or however we want it to look. So yeah, there's kind of a lot of sprite editing and tile set editing involved in this project, but I'm not creating assets from scratch, simply because of time issues, basically. We don't want to be here until I'm 50 years old making this game. So I would like it to be kind of, you know, something that's done in a couple of years maybe, but we're releasing it episodically, so that in itself means there'll be something playable out for you guys in the next few months. Or like, it could be kind of like a long wait if I had to say, you've got to wait 2 years for the whole game to be done, if you know what I mean. But having that episodic release, at least there's going to be something playable soon. Are you a graphic designer? I did a graphic design degree at university, actually. I would say I'm quite versatile and a bit of a jack of all trades, though, in my skill set. I mean, this project itself is very much, you have to kind of be good at a few things to make a game, like design, putting things together, like even scripting and that. You've got to kind of know your way around it, otherwise you'll get lost and overwhelmed. And I'm definitely not a coder. I never learnt code at school because they didn't teach it, which was lame. They do now, which is awesome, but they didn't back when I was at school, so I just have to kind of learn myself, really. No, I manage, but sometimes I have to ask you guys for a bit of help. I've had to do that a couple of times. Okay, so I've got these open and ready for when we think of some skills. For them, I have a Google Doc. Let's have a look. This was the doc we started when we first started thinking of the enemy skills. We have got a few ideas for the flowers and the bees, but it's kind of not finished yet. These were some skill name ideas. And then we started thinking about player skills for Warrior and Hunter, because those Warrior and Hunter are the only playable skills currently in the game. Aqua, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Yeah, Warrior and Hunter are the choice you get to make with your custom hero. So when you make the custom hero right at the start of the game, you get that choice of what class you want to be, Warrior or Hunter. So you pick the one you like the most. And well, as we go through the adventure and through more cities, more dungeons, we'll meet other playable characters that will join us. And this is a class system RPG. Every playable character will have their own class. So my character is a vampire class. We'll be meeting my character very soon in the game. Akira's is a gunslinger. We've also got a sorcerer, a knight, a diplomat and a herbalist so far. So there's going to be a lot. We've still got at least 12 classes available for future player characters for you guys, if you want to be one. And I'm even going to at some point allow the option for people to submit class suggestions as well. So but yeah, we're only thinking of Warrior and Hunter at the moment, and we'll do that so things don't get overwhelming. We'll take all of it a step at a time. We won't focus on characters that aren't currently in the party yet. We'll focus on them once they join. And then, oh yeah, items are also something we have to consider too, because we'll have to put items and treasures on the field as well. Right, so today I kind of wanted to consider. I was going to work on the enemy skills, but we might do that a bit later or tomorrow. But I kind of wanted to consider how it could all work with the player. Like the games, RPGs have like a special skill system usually. Like for example, Final Fantasy X has a sphere grid, Final Fantasy VII has materia, and they all have like their own like exciting game mechanic for how the skills work and how leveling works and that. And because this is every playable character is going to have their own class. They're not going to switch classes. If you're a class, you're a class. So something like the materia system wouldn't work, because the materia system in Final Fantasy VII was great because no character was a class. They basically became what materia they was given. So Cloud wasn't, a white mage or something, but you could make him one, but then you could switch all his materia to someone else, so they'd be like a white mage. But nothing was set in stone in Final Fantasy VII. It was all based on what you wanted them to be, whereas Final Fantasy X, the sphere grid, you kind of had to fill in the nodes with skills, so they learned a specialised class of whatever area you was on in the sphere grid, but there was the possibility of becoming really OP and having every single skill on the whole sphere grid and every single stat and strength up and all that, if you could be bothered to fill in the sphere grid. So that was pretty cool. And I think, how did Final Fantasy IX work? Yeah, and Final Fantasy IX was specialised, like they could only learn based on what the character was. Like Vivi was the only one that could do black magic, and Garnet and the other girl were the only ones that could do white magic and summon. So that was like a game that was specialised with classes, and this game is going to probably work pretty much similar to that. Like Akira's character, for example, will always be a gunslinger. He's not going to suddenly turn into a white mage. If you have Akira in battle, that means you want a gunslinger. If you don't fancy having a gunslinger in battle, or we're in an area where guns aren't useful, then probably better to switch to someone else. And same for me, I'll always be a vampire. I'm not going to suddenly be a warrior. I do really love the job system in some games, but the nature of this, the class system's working better. Thank you so much. Holy butts, look how big that's gone, that alert. Holy crap, what has happened to me? Thank you so much for the 26 months, Rex. Oh my goodness. Is it Christmas Day? Sorry about the lag. Has the stream crashed? I think it's crashed. Okay, it's crashing. Stream alerts. Streamlabs, I am boycotting you because this is silly. You ruined the celebration, Streamlabs, from lagging my computer. It's not dropping frames. No, it isn't. That is lag from the Streamlabs alert. I don't have drop frames. And thank you so much, Rex. I'm so sorry about that. The whole lag and that kind of disrupted that. I love you all the heart. 26 months of pure happiness. I couldn't change them for the world. My favourite. Oh my god, stop it. I'm going to get all embarrassed. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. And I'm just sorry that I'm going to have to sort that out, because that is a bit of an issue when we have some alerts come through. The stream suddenly starts crashing completely, and I actually did change browser in hopes that would help things, but I'm not sure if it's worked. I'm not the best when it comes to technology, so I'm not. It's always sometimes a bit hard for me to work out why something's lagging and what's causing that, but I'll try my best to look into it, because we don't want that happening. So yeah, we don't want that happening. Stream's gone mad. Yeah, that you guys could hear me talking now, right? It was literally just the picture, the video that froze, I assume. 26 months, that's insane. Yeah, it is insane. Rex has been a sub to me since I first become an affiliate, yeah, he's my amazing boyfriend as well. He's been super supportive to me. Bros, for some skill ideas. Okay, let's go back on this screen. Okay guys, so I'm going to just check the task manager a sec to see what's going on, but I don't even think it's anything to do with, I don't know. I need a tech pro in stream right now to help me out. To anybody that might know what could be the problem. We do have we have a memory issue going on now. It's 93%. CPU's 44%, so it's not a CPU problem, but it's memory again, and Brave is hogging memory just as much as Chrome was, which kind of is a bit sad, because I've grown to like the Brave browser, but I'm not sure if it's benefiting me any more than Chrome did. So yeah, it seems like Brave and Streamlabs OBS are fighting at the moment over memory, and they're both hogging it all up. Since Legion is half demon, we can add the skill Terrorize, have a chance to induce fear into an enemy lower levels than the player. Yeah, and I'm totally up for you giving me skill ideas as well, Akira, and anybody else in chat. If there's a class in mind and you think, oh, that skill will be really cool, then just say, and I will put it in a special notepad file. So when the time comes when we start doing your character, Akira, we know. We have some ideas. Right, I'm going to just open notepad, and yeah, we're getting a tiny bit of lag still, because we've got my computer's completely dying right now. I can't even open programs because Streamlabs OBS and our internet browser are completely taking it all up. And it was fine. It was totally fine before the alert, but then that kind of made it die. It could also be added for Rose, or we can add a vampire skill, Hypnotize, for chance to render an enemy. Now, I'm going to copy these suggestions, Akira, because I like them, and sometimes it can be hard to think of skills, so it's really nice to get some ideas. And one I know that I am going to have is like sort of drain kind of thing, where I absorb the enemy's HP and steal it for myself. Perfect vampire skill. Did Rose make the little sprites walking around on the bottom? Nope, these are in the generator of RPG Maker, although I have edited them slightly. I edited Akira's quite a bit, didn't I? We had to put on an awesome badass coat for you, because there wasn't an asset Though unfortunately there isn't tons of assets sometimes, so we wanted Akira to have a cool long coat, so we had to manually do that ourselves. And we made him have a little bit of red tint to his horns as well. Thank you, Akira. Try Viv LD browser. It's my alternate to Chrome. Is it good? What are the advantages of that one? I was thinking of going back to Chrome because they allow closed captions with their Twitch extension. So part of me was going to go back to Chrome because of that. But I have heard Chrome is terrible for taking up memory. So that just puts me off going back to it. Because it won't solve our lag problem if we do that. What about the villains? We have 2 so far, but potentially 3 villains. The one with the hat there walking is one of the antagonists. That's Rex's character. But yeah, maybe we'll get more villains because, you know, there's not always just a couple of villains in an RPG. Sometimes we meet other ones. Sometimes there's smaller villains. And then you've got your big bad ones that you meet endgame. We don't currently know when we'll meet Rex's character, but I'm excited to. Hi Varric, welcome to the stream. But I like that you're asking questions, Neffel, and I love to see people interested. What I'm planning to do though, guys, like, I really considered making a website for this, with everything on there, like a lot of information to show off the game, make it really look awesome, something that answers all the main questions. It'll have loads on there, basically, everything together. Because I feel like everything's kind of separate at the moment. We've just got a random load of separate Google Docs. And it'll be nice to have an actual website where it's where everybody can go and understand everything instantly about how it all works. So that's kind of a long-term future plan, to get something like that. I love that kitty emote, by the way, Varric. Viv LD is made up of folks who originally did Opera. It has some neat features Chrome doesn't have. I actually use Chrome more. It's not that terrible on memory. You probably have a better computer than me, though, maybe. I mean, I have a good 50 tabs open. It's using, yeah, maybe you've got an amazing computer. I mean, my computer's 5 years old now. It was good at the time, but it's turning into an old little lady now, and it wasn't built for streaming because I bought this computer before I became a streamer. I had no idea I was going to become one at the time I got it. If I was buying a computer now, I would definitely take into account streaming. So it's kind of, yeah, it's a little old lady. That's it. It helps to just clear your browser history from time to time. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll totally be up to hearing some tips, and I'll sort them out, see if it solves the lag problems. That's something I can do. If you know any other things I could do, then definitely feel free to say, because I want to solve this lag problem out once and for all. Rose's skills: Bloodthirst. After dealing a certain amount of damage, the next physical or magical skill is increased. Ooh, okay. Right, I'm going to copy that as well, Akira. We're going to have a massive long list of Akira's suggestions for skills. You have a knack for it, Akira. And I'm very glad, actually, that others are good at skills, because I think it's my weak point. The whole battle system, mechanics and skills, and the math side of things are going to be my weakness. But you can learn and stuff, can't you, and get better at it. Maybe I'll become a badass at this in the end. Hi Juice, how are you doing today? It's good to see you again. How's it going? Are you using Streamlabs? They offer an easy make your own website thing now. I am using Streamlabs. And make your own website thing. Oh, so you mean can actually use that for the Raindrop Chronicles? I'll have a look into it and see how it works. I kind of have made websites before. I made my dad's website. I did that on WordPress. So I can make something with more flexibility if I need to, but I'll definitely look to see how much flexibility Streamlabs offers for it. So I'm curious now. I have no idea they did that. My PC is 6 years old. It was built for gaming. Yeah, I want to keep mine for longer. I don't want to get rid of it. I'm attached to it. You don't have PC specs in description? I don't, because I'm embarrassed. My PC specs are not going to be anything to show off about, trust me. So I don't put them in. It's a potato now, but it still works. If you don't have if you don't have by SSD drive. Yeah, it's money issues though, isn't it? It could get expensive. I mean, I recently got a CPU upgrade. But CPU isn't a problem at all now. It used to be, but it's not now. So I'll just try and figure out what I can do. I mean, it's not always an issue. Like, most of the time, stream's fine. It seems to only be when we get the Streamlab alerts pop up, and it did that not always. Like, most of the time, it's fine. But there's always that odd time it can lag. Maths, I don't want to do maths. Yeah, I love all the creative stuff with making a game, but then there's maths, and we have to do it sometimes. You know what? I'll make a Google Docs with skill ideas for each class, and I send you. Oh my goodness, that's awesome, Akira. Yeah, and that would be great. I'm excited now. And also, like, I mean, we've got the plant and mushroom sorted, but we're kind of thinking of the flower and bee ideas as well. We had like this idea for, oh no, I messed him up, go back. Absorb light, and I think I have no idea what that was going to do. I think it was going to raise their attack or something and make them stronger. It was just an idea, because flowers with the sun and that absorb light, so it kind of fit with what they are. Things still aren't clear with them, but we'll think of something awesome. And for the bee, I think we thought of an attack that hits 3 or 4 times. And I just randomly wrote down some buff and debuff ideas as well, because I think, yeah, this plant's got the poison. And we had like a debuff called Spore Blast with the mushroom that lowers the speed. Okay, so yeah, that's the enemy skills. We'll work on those this week. But yeah, I want to start looking into a good mechanic for skills, as I was saying. We're talking about how Final Fantasy games have different ones. Final Fantasy 10 is the sphere grid, 7 is materia, 5 is the job system. So we've got to have our like unique one, and this was one that caught my eye. I've been looking for a while for something that would be really cool, and this seems to be well supported, at least. Like, I'm looking down here and there's the community and there's a development log, and it seems like it's definitely still in development, and it looks cool. Basically, it looks like the ideal thing for a class system game, which as is all the characters have their own classes. So that's just showing an example of a healer, and it's like a skill tree basically. So when you go into the healer's skill tree, you'll see you can like buy, in a way. There's a sort of currency there, and you can buy them to unlock the skills in the skill tree. And this is like really cool. Like, it seemed like really it's advanced for vanilla RPG Maker. Like, compared to the vanilla RPG Maker, this is quite special in my opinion, because you cannot do this in vanilla RPG Maker. Vanilla RPG Maker is literally learn a new skill at a certain level kind of thing, and you'll get a little pop-up saying learned so and so when you've hit level 5, and it's just very basic. There's no like special fancy snazzy screen like this, or any skill trees or anything like that. Is the combat going to be like turn-based combat? It is. It's going to be turn-based, yeah. It's going to be quite traditional JRPG style, and we're kind of sticking with the vanilla RPG Maker battle system, but we're going to try and make it as fun and interesting as possible, if you know what I mean. So it's traditional, but with more features, and we don't want it to be boring or anything. So, for example, just building something like this on top of it could help make things more exciting. Having skill trees. So we can have a look at it anyway and see how it works, because who knows, maybe it'll be a complete failure. But I only found that this morning. So I haven't had a chance to try it out properly yet, but we can try it out today, and I'll have a mess around with it after stream as well, because once stream's finished and I've had my dinner every day, I'll spend a couple of hours each night before bed, like doing stuff off stream as well, especially now I'm streaming 4 times a week. Because stream time, sometimes we don't get productive at all. We can just ramble on the whole time about stuff, and I've done absolutely nothing with the game a lot of the time during streams. So I'll definitely need that off stream time to get things done, so I can show you guys next time. I came in, said hi, then got pulled into me. No worries, Richard, that happens. No worries at all, totally understand. How are you doing anyway, Richard, today? Hold on, Rose, are you going to mix race skills and class skills? What do you mean by race skills? Like, for example, like if there's an elf or a fairy or anything like that, would they have like a special skill based on what race they are? Is that what you mean? We haven't actually decided that yet, Kira. It's a good point to mention. Like if, for example, you're a demon, would you have like a demon type of skill that only demon playable characters would have? That's a possibility. I think that could be interesting too. So I wouldn't say no or rule it out, because we haven't like decided anything in terms of skills yet. We've got ideas at best, and because this is episodic as well, we have to take that into account, because something like a skill tree, it's going to be impossible at episode 1 to know what the level 50 skills are going to be, and I kind of don't want to reveal them either. So I hope there's a way. I want there to be a way to keep things a mystery with future skills at level 50 and even level 30 and 20 and that in episode 1. So like, for example, when we open Rose's skill tree, we'll see like her very early vampire ones for level 5 or whatever ones we can unlock. But I don't want people being able to see what she can get at level 50, mainly because it's going to be hard to think that far in advance, and we don't really know how far we're going to get or what the max levels are going to be because this is episodic. And I mean, who knows, maybe there'll be 5 episodes, maybe there'll be 10 episodes, or somewhere in between, and it's going to be hard to judge. So I think doing it as it goes along. Like, for example, if you think of episode 1, maybe the max level we'll be able to get to is 20. Just as an idea, maybe it will be more or less, we don't know yet. So the skill tree will only like show what those skills are, but nothing beyond that. And then when we get to episode 2, then more will be revealed. So looking at here with the question marks, I think that it's possible to keep some things a mystery maybe, but we'll see. We won't get attached to any plugin and then find out it's not going to work for us. But it looks pretty cool. And when you open, I think this is what happens when you like open one of these rectangles with a skill on. It shows like a bigger image and gives a description of the skills you can learn, and it says unlock and what it takes to unlock it. And I think that looks really visually quite fun and exciting, and it looks like there's even animations as well. So this is a fire romance. I mean, we don't have a fire character yet. I think I have pyromancer though as a class. So it looks really good. Like, this is definitely the best class system plugin I've seen visually and with what it offers mechanically. Anyway, let's just catch up with chat because I've been rambling on again, as I always do. Is it worth putting the videos on YouTube at the streams? I've been working on my game, but I never thought to put them on YouTube like yours. Does it bring more viewers? It actually has done for me. Thank you for the follow, NR. I appreciate that. I put them on YouTube mainly for the reason of having an archive of all my streams. That was the primary reason, because Twitch unfortunately doesn't keep VODs forever. And I wanted to keep them forever. I want to be able to look back through all my streams and see the progress. So really YouTube felt the best way to do that. And I honestly didn't think they would get any views. I just thought they'd be there as an archive. But surprisingly, I have had people find me from YouTube and come in a stream. And I'm getting the odd sub now and again on there from people who have followed me. So it's worked. I mean, it's not like incredible or anything. There's not like a massive load of people noticing or anything, but there is the odd few. And as I upload more, there probably might be more. So it's working for sure. I definitely recommend it, but don't expect to upload to YouTube to get people to notice you, because YouTube can be pretty hard for exposure. But if you want it for the purposes of keeping an archive, it's very useful for that for sure. Race equals human, vampires, etc. Yeah, I think here a thing in a sort of race skill that's individual, that it could like merge. Like if you look at this skill tree, there could definitely be one that's vampire. Well, I'm a vampire class as well, so my kind of race and class is merged into one, if that makes sense. But like for you, you're a demon and a gunslinger, so you could have gunslinger based skills and demon based skills as well. So like if there's ever another demon that joins the party as a playable character in the future, but there's something else, they could be, I don't know, a priest, a demon priest. They could be a demon priest or something. They'd have priest skills, but they'd share your demon skills, like they'd have the same because they're also a demon. That could work, something like that anyway. Will there be kingdoms? I'd say so. I mean, we don't know what's in this, like we don't know anything about the game other than the Everbloom Forest area so far. So like Everbloom Forest, where are you? Yeah, so this is Everbloom Forest and Lakefall, which is the little village within the forest. We don't know what's out here yet, but we will be, obviously, once we finish this section of the game, we'll be making a little plan of the cities and the little areas that could be surrounding Everbloom Forest. And what we'll probably do is build the world map as we go along, just like the story basically. We'll do it as we go along and we'll gradually make it bigger. So by episode 4 or 5 or whatever, by then we'll have a pretty decent sized world map, because we'll have been to quite a few areas by then. But in episode 1 it'll only be like Everbloom Forest and maybe a couple of places surrounding it. So yeah, we'll make that world map as we go on, and we'll gradually reveal, and that'll be super exciting. And no doubt about it, there'll be like kingdom cities, there'll be everything. This game's going to be wild. It's not like medieval. I suppose it's kind of medieval at first glimpse, should I say, but it's not like going to be completely medieval, though. There will be other genres that we'll split into, I'm sure, because this game is going to be wild and bonkers. There's going to be a lot of ideas that people are going to have. Who knows, we could end up in space at one point for all we know. And I won't say no to that, as long as it's logical and it makes sense, the reason for why the setting had changed or we do something like that, then that's fine. I want the story to make sense but still be fun and kind of fantasy-like and imaginative as well. Because vampires are really class, it's more of a race technically. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a weird one because my Rose character was originally a human, but she got turned into a vampire. And I'm not even sure how vampires are going to work in this game, if they're going to be considered a race, because as you can see, they're not an option in the race menu. So I'm not even sure if they're going to be a race in the game, but there is, as far as we know so far from the lore, people can be turned into vampires, but we just don't know whether people are born as them yet. We haven't cleared that up. There might be, maybe they can, but maybe it can only happen from being turned, because that's how Rose is, and we don't know much about how it all works yet. So talking about skill trees, have you considered Path of Exile style of tree? They have a very unique take on it. Hi Kappa, welcome to the stream. Well, I've always thought Path of Exile's skill tree is very similar to the sphere grid in Final Fantasy X. When I played Path of Exile, I immediately thought of the sphere grid, and I think that works well. I mean, I haven't played much of Path of Exile, so maybe there's something different about it. And in a way, like something like this, like if you look at this is a skill tree in a similar way to the sphere grid. Obviously you won't be able to go into other classes, because whatever the player characters are always going to be the class they are. We won't have a knight suddenly become a healer, for example. But they'll be confined within their own skill tree. But we can make it exciting and think of some good skills, and there'll be different branches as well, just so people have choice. And obviously there'll be some sort of currency that you'll have to spend to be able to unlock these skill trees. How is the game coming along? Hi Val, how are you doing today? It's good to see you. It's going good. I mean, we've done all the mapping now. Mapping is something that's been a very something we've very much been focusing on for a while now in the Everbloom Forest. But we're mainly going to be moving on to skills, but both for the enemies and for our actual characters. So we'll be focused on thinking of the skill system and battle mechanics and that. For a bit, but we've also got to do the dialogue and the story and some of the cutscenes as well. So yeah, it will be switching between mechanics for skills and battle and doing dialogue, depending on what mood I'm in. Like tomorrow we might have a dialogue stream, or we might just carry on with this. We'll see how I feel. And but this week for sure we'll be changing between doing skills and doing dialogue, because those are our main tasks that we have to focus on. Hi Storm Eagle, how's it going today? It's good to see you. We stick on Vampire class. We'll stick on it. I mean, it definitely can be a race too, but it's kind. I suppose it's both in a way. Doing a skill idea doc and you. Yay, Akira's thinking of some skills for me. Rose, do you have the class list? I can't find it. Okay, right, let's get that now. The only way we can actually, one sec guys. The only way we can actually find out what the classes are is if we go into the playable character form. So I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to let you know. But this is why I want to make a website, guys, because we can have all the useful info in there. I want people to be able to go on the website and instantly know what this is and have every single question answered for them. So I don't have to keep saying the same thing over and over every stream when there's new people as well. I could just send them to the website. And I suppose our FAQ page kind of does that now. But I just want the website to be even more better than what our FAQ page is. Okay, so playable character. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, that's not Google Docs, that's Google Forms, so I'm in the wrong section. I'll get it up in a sec, guys. I'm only not showing it at the moment just for privacy reasons, in case I have to log in. But here we go, we're here now. I'll get it up. Okay, so this is our playable character form basically, And we have, I mean, I have got rid of the ones that we already have, because I don't want people to have the same class in this game. So for example, there won't be another gunslinger in the game, now Akira's one. So it is a first come first, you know, thing. So if you see a class here you like and you're grinding raindrops, you have to be quick before someone else takes it. But you know, there's not loads. We don't get people submitting character sheets left, right and centre, so you might be fine. You might get the one you want. Is it possible to make RPG Maker for the top view angle game? Top view angle, what do you mean exactly by top view angle? Give me a game example that does that. Ooh, getting there, binary. Hey all at gym, so a bit AFK sometimes. Don't worry, Kung, I hope you're having a good time at the gym. The gym is somewhere I've never been before. I'm unhealthy. But yeah, these are the classes that we have currently that are not taken. But we also have Vampire, Gunslinger, Knight, Sorcerer, Herbalist and Diplomat. I think it's just those 6 at the moment. And I've also, oh yeah, Druid as well. Druid for Whitewatt's character, which we currently haven't done yet. I need to ask Whitewatt a question actually before I start that character sheet, because he did say he wanted to give me some info. But once he has, I'm actually would like to do Whitewatt's character sheet this week maybe. So yeah, other than those 7, those 14 classes are the other ones, the untaken ones, for the future. So when more people get to be a character, they'll get to pick what they want. If they want to be a playable character, you don't have to be a playable character. You can be an NPC if you want to. An evil NPC, an antagonist or an ally, or just a townsperson if you don't want to be anybody major. So yeah, there you go here. Have you got all those down, or would you like me to send them to you in chat? I mean, it's not easy to grab them all, that's the problem. I could take a screenshot, I suppose, and send it over in Discord. For example, Lilith's Throne. Let's just Google Lilith's Throne. I'm actually not sure about that game. Why am I not getting screenshots of this game? So I've googled Lilith's Throne and I'm just getting loads of random pictures come up. Where's the game? Is that it? Is this Lilith's Throne? I mean, the thing with RPG Maker is I think you are kind of tied to the perspective of what it is. I wouldn't say it's impossible to change it though. I mean, there's a game in RPG Maker called Lisa that completely changes this perspective of what RPG Maker originally is. That kind of does a side scroller sort of thing. So this game proves it's possible to change the look of RPG Maker, but I'm not sure myself. That is something you'd have to go and support forums for. So if you want to ask a question like that, Varrock, that link there, the forums RPG Maker web, is definitely the place to go. And they'll let you know any questions. Okay. It's a text-based game with a mini-map from top angle perspective. Okay. Well, definitely to be on the safe side, go on there, because I know that it's not impossible to do, like that Lisa game does a side scroller. But yeah, find out from some of the people on the forums, because they'd be able to confirm it for you. I'll be good. For now, I have 20 classes. Awesome. Have you took a screenshot of that then? That's awesome then, Kieran. I've also said, guys, if you ever think, if there's any classes that aren't on this list, let me know and I'll add them. because I'm sure there are others. But only if like there's something that's possible, because I didn't put in the option for people to add their own, because in case they put something really weird, like it's like pretty impossible to do. But as long as it's like a traditional class in an RPG, then I definitely add it. Like I didn't have Druid on there originally. Silly me not having Druid on there. But White suggested I add it, and I was like, yeah, well, I'll add Druid because that's a very common class, so I added it on there. Though it isn't on there now because it's been taken. I have Alchemist, Assassin, Bard, Berserker, Cleric, Dancer, Diplomat, Druid, Herbalist, Knight, Gambler, Illusionist, Monk, Plague Doctor, Priest, Psychic, Pyromancer, Sorcerer, Thief and Vampire, yay! And some of them are quite unusual, like Diplomat and Psychic and Gambler and Illusionist, and these kind of things are quite unusual, but they're possible, like they're fantasy-based races in some games, so yeah, I think Herbalist and Diplomat are quite interesting, I have to say. I'd love to think of what sort of skills a Diplomat would have. But it'll all be like talking rather than fighting, I assume. I'm an idiot, I forgot my own class. You forgot your own. I would be the Firebender class. We've got Pyromancer here, yeah, so for sure. And we have Sorcerer as well, but that's more of like more of a range of magic. Pyromancer is going to be just fire, wouldn't it? And then we got Priest, so that Priest is the healer. And would there be any other healer? Like Cleric could be a healer, wouldn't it? I don't even know. Herbalist could be a healer as well if you use plants. Even Bard in a way could be a kind of healer. I suppose even Gambler could, you know, some things could be heal based. So who knows? Because we don't just want one healer class, do we? Because, you know, that would limit people. People wouldn't want to only have one person. Because healer's something we'll always need in the party. So having a few healers would be cool too. But I think we would. Do you have Waterbender class? What do you mean by Waterbender? Like water magic? I mean, I can't think of a specific like water-based class. Like the proper term for it, I mean, I can't think. But this is why I thought a sorcerer, because, you know, that has everything. All types of elements. I need to learn RPG Maker and make Avatar's World game. Yeah, I'd love to see you guys make your own RPG Maker games. That'd be so awesome. One that removes debuffs, etc. Yeah, like there's going to be like some of these, like I think of things like Gambler and Bard would definitely be the kind of buff and debuff type of classes. Alchemist as well could be a healer, or even, you know, with Alchemist and Herbalist are probably quite similar, except Alchemist is more potion based and Herbalist is more item herb based. But it's interesting. We could get super creative with this. Darkest Dungeon class is considered traditional, right? Why can't we have Abomination, Occultist, Grave Robber, Bounty Hunter, Hellmaster? And oh my goodness, I wouldn't say no to those, Kappa. Like anything that is doable and not completely out of the ordinary, I would consider adding on this list for sure. So yeah, Darkest Dungeon's a good one, and it's as long as like as a kind of game that has those in that we can look at for inspiration, then they're totally fine. Yeah, I might consider adding some of those then. Bending isn't magic. I honestly haven't heard of that term. Sorry if that's a noob. I've not played a game called that has anything like bending. What game's it from? So sorry for getting that wrong. Liquid currency doesn't sound safe. It doesn't actually, Hung. It doesn't. As we have raindrops as our currency in this game. Right, so what are we going to do? Yeah, we were looking at this plugin. So yeah, maybe we should get this into our game and see how it works. I think there's a demo. So we could try the demo first and see how that works. And if we like it, we can put it in. The people are so cool though. They not only just allow it in free games to be used, but in commercial games as well. So that's very kind humans. I think someone in chat really wants to make an Avatar The Last Airbender game. Is it from that then? Is that what Bender's from? Awesome. I mean, yeah. I want to see what they're like for sure. So maybe I'll have a Google of Avatar and see what a waterbender is. What about Paladin, which is a priest and warrior in one? Yeah, what? That's a good one too. Where's it gone? I mean, we can add some now, to be honest, because we are kind of, well, we're not running out, but you never know. We never know. We might get a lot of playable characters in the future. And this game is going to be one where we're not going to have limits. Like, if we have 30 playable characters, we're going to have 30 playable characters. I think, is it Chrono Cross that does that? It got mentioned to me that there's a game that actually does have a ton of playable characters, so it can work. And they'll all we'll have a system in place where the player can pick who they want in their party, and there'll be some characters that go off on their own adventures temporarily and won't be in the party as well. So you know, we'll join up with them later sometimes if that happens. But there will be a choice thing where you get to pick who you want in your party. I think there's definitely a sort of plugin like that. I'm assuming so anyway, because that would be a pretty common one. Thank you. I'm glad you like my accent. Can I send a link? Sure. Okay, so there was... Is a cultist not here? I'm going to put a cultist down as well. I'm going to do one that Kappa suggested. Have I spelled that right? Let's zoom in. Sometimes I feel like I don't spell things right. Houndmaster. I think Beastmaster could work. I love the idea of having a Beastmaster, but I just don't know if it's possible. How it would work exactly in RPG Maker, or if it is even possible to have monsters assisting you. But I suppose you wouldn't have to do it. You wouldn't have to have them at your side, because that would be impossible. But there could be some animation where they'd appear, like a summon maybe. We don't even have summoner here either, because I haven't considered whether that's a possibility. So I'm going to leave those ones for now, but add them once I've done my research and if I know if it's possible or not. But yeah, a cultist seems like one that I can have for sure. Abomination, yeah, I feel like I should add that as well. But for now we'll have those, but I will consider adding those sort of ones that were suggested. Welcome back, Neffel. Do I need permission for link, or would I get silence? No, you can just put it in for sure. Luckily, we've been looking this stream. We haven't had anybody ever come in putting in a bad link. So I've never had to have permits in this stream. If we was getting that, I would have to put a permit thing up for people. But we've been quite lucky. Not had many trolls do that. So all you have to do is ask, really, and I'll say yeah. Summoning actors in battle is pretty easy. Oh, that's possible. Plugin to make summoning 10 times easier. Okay. Well, at least it exists. And I feel like putting Beastmaster or Summoner in now. Do you think I should? Do you think I should put both of them in, Beastmaster and Summoner, as classes? Because White knows a lot about this. He knows a lot about how RPG Maker works. I'm kind of learning it as I go along. So there's a lot of things I'm still not sure about yet, because it's a whole doing things as I go along thing. But if White says yeah, then I'll do it, because he's gonna have a good idea of what's possible, what is and what isn't. Hi Muffin Man, how's it going? It's so good to see you. Demon Hunter. Oh my goodness, Demon Hunter. That means Akira would be hunted, because his character's a demon. How are you doing, Yara? Welcome to the stream, Yara. Good to see you. But yeah, there's a lot of possibilities, guys. And if I seem reluctant to add anything you suggested, it's only because I don't know whether it's possible or not in the software. And I only tend to put things down in this menu that I know can be a possibility. But I'll remember everything that gets suggested and do a bit of research, and anything that does seem possible, I will add in there. Videos 3 minutes. Oh yes, here it is. There's the link. Nearly missed that one, Yarek. Okay, so I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna put that link in my notepad file, Varric, so I can have a little watch after the stream. I hope it teaches me about waterbenders. Summoner is fine. Beastmaster and Necromancer. Necromancer's another good one as well. Storm Eagle, and I suppose that would be. I suppose the Demon Hunter, well, it's a little bit different to Demon Hunter, but it's cool to have some dark themed classes like that for sure. Necromancer and Beastmaster, yeah. I think we'll put Summoner, Beastmaster and Necromancer down. And any others that you guys have suggested that I haven't put in yet, I will do a bit of research and see what's possible. So there we go, guys. So once you get 500 raindrops, if you do want to be a playable character, these are the classes you can choose from so far. And yeah, there's a lot of classes. There's going to be a lot in this game over time. But not everybody wants to be a playable character. Some people actually prefer to be an NPC. So I like that I'm giving you guys that choice. Okay, so let's finally download a demo for this. Okay, is this the this is the latest one. I think what's Tree Builder app. This is probably going to be a little bit, looks like this could be a little bit tricky to set up, so I'll probably have to do the majority of this off stream if it gets tricky, but I'll give it a go. We'll have a mess around. Pilgrim. Ooh. Give me an example of a skill a pilgrim would have then. Sounds interesting. I'm just trying to think of what it would be, and I'm trying to think of a game that would have that sort of class in. But it sounds cool. It's just 3 minutes. Oh, I'm not watching it yet, Varric, only because it'll, my creativity will go over the place. I tend to only try and focus on one thing at a time. Otherwise, I can't. I'm not a multitasker in that way. So yeah. Welcome back, Akira. I think this is the best one, as you can actually make the summoner will require the actor alive. Okay, I'll say that link too. I've got a lot of links to be looking at, guys. This is what I mean. I have to get a notepad file and pop them all in, because otherwise I'll forget all of them. And I'll forget everything you guys have sent me. But it's all there. I can't do everything in one go though, guys. I'm only one person at the end of the day. So I can't watch a video and read forums, because, we'll never get anything done. Okay. Plucking turkeys. So for example, Necromancer dies, so his skeletons die too. Awesome. So yeah, we've added those, so they're there. And we'll only think about the classes once we get to that part. Oh my god, I haven't put my live announcement. Oh well, usually I put that I'm live on Twitter, and I haven't today. Oops. Welcome to the Discord, Rav. It's good to have you here. Oopsie, one sec, peeps. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of classes, and my brain will melt if I think of the mechanics of too many at once. So yeah, we're only going to focus on the current ones in the game for now, and once we have people join the party that are those classes, then that'll be the time we can think about the sort of skills that they can have. I made a skill a year or two ago. The main attack scroll cards through the screen, and then a random card is selected. Cards of different effects each, attack, buff, etc. Could have some monster cards, player class. Oh, okay. See, the card thing is pretty cool. And we do have a gambler and a psychic, and I think that kind of thing could fit. A card sort of system could work for those for sure. That's interesting. The ability to travel long distances, teleportation. A time mage, that's actually made me think time mage is called badass. I just can't think of any skills that a time mage would have, or not many anyway. I just think it sounds badass. We got new class, yes, Akira. We've added a few more. Where is it? Here it is. We've had some suggestions in chat, and these are the ones that we believe will definitely be possible to have as a playable class that'll be possible in RPG Maker. I would imagine the character with the class being similar to Twisted Fate. See, I have to write this down as well, because there's so much information in one stream that you can get. Suggestions of games for inspiration. And if I didn't write all these down, or all these links you guys were giving me, I would completely 100% forget. So what class is that in Twisted Fate and why? What? Because I'll put it in brackets and then I'll Google it and have a look. Yeah, at the same time, I don't want to overwhelm myself by looking into like all of these to see if they're possible just yet. But Hunter and Warrior for now we'll focus on, and Vampire as well, but not Vampire quite yet, because Rose hasn't officially joined the party yet. Rose is the Vampire class, by the way. But we do have a Warrior to think about for sure. Time Mage, what comes to mind is haste, slow and stop. Yay! Gosh, should we add Time Mage to the list? None of these would be tied. Are any of these time based? I suppose there's a possibility that I feel like something like Gambler, an Illusionist, and even Psychic could kind of fit that sort of thing as well. They could literally be anything, if I'm honest. But it'd be good to have like a time specific sort of class as well. Gambler. Oh, okay. Okay, Gambler in brackets. There we go. And thank you, Flavor Saver, for the follow. Flavor Savior. That name is a one that rolls off the tongue. Interestingly, I like it. It will take a lot of time to make all these classes. It will, and that is exactly why I says I'm not going to overwhelm myself by getting all, because we're focusing on creating skills at the moment. This is a creating skills stream, as you can see in the title, and we have to be very careful about this, because especially as it's not my speciality. I'm not a maths person. I'm not good at coming up with skills. I'm better at coming up with names of things than skills, but still, there's people in chat that are way better at coming up with names than me. But we can't like get overwhelmed by it all, and we got to just focus on what we're doing at the moment more than anything. But it's nice to have ideas and think, oh, that'll be a really cool one to add in the future. So that's why I note things down mainly for the future, because it definitely would be very time consuming to do them all in one go. But so far, we're very early on in the game. We're only in the first dungeon and village, which is the Everbloom Forest and Lakefall. We've only got one character so far. They are either a warrior or a hunter. Your choice, which one it is. You get the choice at the start of the game, whether you want to be the warrior or the hunter. So really, warrior and hunter are the classes we have to think about, guys. And I've kind of done that here. I mean, there's a lot of nonsense written down here, to be honest. Just a lot of rough notes. And we could definitely think of more skills. And I know Akira's going to be doing that because he says he's gonna help out and get a doc of all the skills. So I'm sure Akira will have some ideas too. But I'm also up for any other suggestions for warrior and hunter. They're pretty simple, these two. I wanted to start off with a simple class for the custom hero, really. And we'll have the vampire join the party soon as well. But we'll think about the vampire a bit later. We'll get the hunter and warrior out the way first. No, not time mage, time manipulator. That sounds better. That sounds pretty badass. For sure. Time manipulator. I'm trying to think that would be the official name for it, but we could. Should we add it? Should we add time manipulator, guys? What do you think? Should we add it to the playable character list that we've got here? Also, let me catch up with chat. I'm blooming behind, guys. I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm not used to chat being this busy. I have never had a chat this busy on Twitch ever. So it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. I'm going to be a bit slower, but I'll try my best. I want to make sure I read everything people say. And I just apologise if I've missed anything people said. I've not done it on purpose. If I have, it's just because chat is a lot busier than I'm used to it being. Okay. That's like Necromancer who controls other necromancers, so it's kind of cool. Did I put Necromaster down? Is that what I put? It's meant to be Mancer. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm a silly Billy. Necromaster. Oh dear, what a typo. Okay, let's catch up with chat. Firemancer or Pyromancer? Basically, that's Pyromancer, isn't it, guys? I want to be very careful about not putting down classes that could easily be one that's already here. So anything that's, I want them to be all very unique from each other. So, yeah. Thank you, Ald, for the follow. Thank you for anyone else that's followed as well that I might have missed. For some reason, the sound alert's not going off for follow again. How about Fire Pyro? Hi, Silent. Welcome back. How are you doing? Yeah, it's Necromancer, but you wrote Necromance. It's very easy to. I mean, Master's a very easy word to type in. Haunted puppet abilities, fear moving objects, possessing people, uses staff. That sounds. I do like the sound of that as well. Yara, I like that idea of having. I'm just wondering if Haunted Puppet would be the best name that would give that kind of class. Is there more of a traditional name for that, can you think? It's pretty creative, I like it. But I'm just wondering if there's something more specific that would be called. Finally a good streamer. Oh, thank you. There's a lot of good streamers on Twitch. I am definitely not the only one, but I appreciate the compliment. It's very encouraging. We're adding a time manipulate. We already did. Puppet Master. Oh my god, that's perfect. Or pop. Yeah, that Val's suggestion's good as well. Damn, guys, we're getting the choices now. I like both Val's suggestion and Akira's and Storm Eagle's works as well. What do you guys think? Out of those the suggestions, which one sounds the best? Whatever you guys say the most, I will have it. But we should put the one that was suggested, time manipulator. I'm paranoid now. I'm going to spell everything wrong. There we go. Time manipulator. Puppet Mancer. Everything's going to have Mancer at the end now. time went back 1 hour ago. Puppet Master sounds better. Yeah. So should we go for Puppet Master? That seems to be the popular one. I was very fond of all the suggestions, guys. It was a hard one for me. So there we go. We've added quite a few today. We have a lot. I mean, some of these might never be taken because you have to be a character in the game first, guys, to even, you know, be able to bring one of these classes into the game. But I like that they're there and that the option's there for you guys to pick these when you do become a character. But yeah, that's if you even want to be a playable one. You might want to be an NPC. We have 7 so far, 7 playable characters. But this is a very long-term project and we don't want all these in the game overnight. Of course, it would be really overwhelming if we had to add these all at once. It's nice to think that we're only going to be focusing on a few at first and we'll be gradually introducing them. So yeah, this is what we've got for Warrior and Hunter. Like, Hunter will be our bow and arrow person. And Warrior will be using axe melee. So that is our custom hero, guys. You get to pick the one you prefer, basically. I would probably pick, I think I'd be the one that would pick Hunter maybe, but I think I'd like Warrior as well. I actually wouldn't know which one I'd choose. Puppeteer is good. They were all good. Puppet Master just sound like it's a bit more simple, I suppose. So maybe a nomad. What sort of skills would a nomad have, Storm Eagle? I got you the name soon. We'll give it a break for now, guys, because we've got 20 in so far. Actually, we got 21, I think. So we'll leave it like that for now. But at some point, we might add some more. But with a list of about 50 at this rate. But that would be fun. I like that I'm giving you guys the choice. Shadowmancer. Monk could be like healer mixed with fighter. Yeah, Monk is like, well, I was actually inspired by Final Fantasy 14 for Monk. Because they're like a more martial artist, I see them as. They'd use their fists. They'd be a bit like a Tifa sort of character, really. Or a Zell. Zell or Tifa with the fists. It could be the only character support abilities and damage abilities that wouldn't be able to use a weapon but would have self buffs. That could work too. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I'm all for adding unique classes, for sure. But what I'm thinking of doing, because did you guys know that there's going to be something called channel points in the future on Twitch? I think it's going to be introduced quite soon. I have actually applied for the beta for it. And I like something like submitting, like for example, if you get enough channel points, I would probably like, it could be good to make use of things like that, like submit a character class, submit a, you know, just like something for submission ideas, just so everybody gets a chance of submitting something, if that makes sense, because it can get a bit overwhelming over time if we're like doing if we're entering too many things. So that could be a good way to make use of channel points. Alchemist and Monk, you think they're similar? I see Alchemist as a sort of potion person and Monk as a more of a martial artist sort of person. I've got a cold, guys. Okay, so right, that's all saved. We'll finally get to the skill tree again, which we've been delaying. Could you show all elements and all weapon types? I think it would help better. What do you mean by all weapon types? Because we actually haven't decided what weapons they're all going to have yet. That is another thing as well. You know what I mean? That is it's a good point actually, because we would have to consider what special unique weapon each one of these would have. I mean, warrior, as we say, we will have the axe. Hunter's got bow and arrow. I don't think we've even decided what vampire would have, but I don't think vampire would have anything. I think vampire would just have their teeth, and to be honest, they would bite. So that would be their weapon. So all these classes here, guys, would have to have a weapon. And that would be something we'd decide as well when the time comes, because I am not going to sit here and think of a weapon and list them all, if you know what I mean, because it would be here forever, and we have to kind of focus on what we're doing now, and otherwise we're just going to get totally overwhelmed. So these are there, these classes are there just for people when they're a character, so they can choose what attracts them the most. And then when that character joins the game, whenever it is that they join, that will be the time when we start considering what they will be, what their skills will be, and what their weapon will be, etc. Claws, yeah, claws as well for vampire, but mainly teeth. I don't even know if my Rose has got claws. She might have normal hands, but she's definitely got teeth for sure. Last idea, someone who's using mirror. Got this idea from the boss of Castlevania, Dawn of Sorrow, the paranoia. The boss uses mirror to switch between reverse world and attack the main world from it. Oh yeah, we were talking about mirrored world last stream, weren't we, Akira? We said mirroring the Everbloom Forest to what your character's home world would be. That would be pretty neat. I'm going to go for weapons after I'm done with skills. Yeah, to be honest, Akira's been really good. He's coming up with some, he's going to be coming up with a list of skills and stuff. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's great to have, like, you guys do that as well, because I'm only one person. And I've wanted to do this skill tree plugin today, and we kind of haven't. But there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we will go off track. That's to be expected. And there's nothing wrong with having a talking stream either, where we bounce off ideas together and talk about things. But we also have to be very careful, because we could be here until next year and still not have done anything if we talk about everything, like the future, rather than what we're currently doing on the game. We do have to keep on track with the game at present as well. Okay, so finally, tree build wrap. I'm actually not sure what the tree build wrap is, but we can download that and have a look. That's the demo, that's the plugin file. Okay, so we'll download the demo first, because I really want to see what that's like. Have a look. And then once we've seen the demo, we'll know for sure if this skill tree is something we'll want to use. Okay, we had a bit of lag again. Maybe it's because we were downloading something. In the future, I'll get things downloaded off stream, because I'll solve that problem. But it was only a tiny bit of lag. What do you mean, Project Creep? Can you expand on that, please? No, can we have encouragement in this stream, please, guys? I do not want people putting in the negativity, because it's pretty discouraging, for sure. But I suggest you start with 1 to 3 before you think about expanding that. It's a lot of work already. That is 100% what I've been saying, Kappa. We're just doing Warrior and Hunter at the moment, and I've been trying to get that across to you all. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with talking about classes, because the main reason we're talking about all the classes at the moment is so when people can fill in the form for what character they want to be, they've got plenty of choice, basically. Thank you, Mad, for the follow. Mad August, I appreciate that. This is a nice place with nice things, and Carol the Barrel. Yeah, Carol the Barrel is a babe. She is. Okay. Yeah, but can I just say, isn't that what I've been saying? Haven't I just been saying for the last 10 minutes that I don't want to put too much on my shoulders? That's the point I'm trying to make here. So you don't need to say that, because I already know. This is a family friendly stream, my quote of the stream. It is, kind of. Although I kind of broke that last week. I kind of wasn't family friendly. I was talking about penis. But that's family friendly, right? Okay. So this is downloaded now. So I've got to just set up this demo, and then we can have a peep at it and see how it works. Peanuts. I put the video, the clip of it, and I put it on Twitter as well, so everyone knows now. Secret's been revealed. You said it again. Not you, you would never. Nope. I'm far too innocent, aren't I, Val? Okay, so I might have to put this in the RPG Maker folder, because it might not actually work, or maybe it will. Nope, unable to read. Okay, so right, bear with me guys, I'll just be a couple of minutes. Also, my music's gone off. Let's put some background music back on. I'll call it skill tree. Rex would, he would. 'Tis the opposite to me, Val. Whereas my boss is out of the office, so I can finally catch a stream. Rip Rat, oh my goodness. Feels like forever. How have you been, my friend? Hope you've been doing well. Okay, so I'll just put these all in here. Oh my goodness, staff! 24 months! My goodness, guys. Okay, guys, the lag's happening again. It's okay. I appreciate the sub, so it's totally worth the lag. It's not a problem at all. You're the best, Dav. Thank you so much. And we're having a bit of lag issue with stream alerts today, and it's been a butt face, but who cares, right? Just wait for a sec, guys, because the stream has completely crashed now. Right, it's gonna be back in a minute, in a few seconds maybe. 1, 2, there we go. It's like we sort of back now. Hi guys, I'm back. I'm kind of back, sort of. You know what it is? It's the face masks. It's the face masks, isn't it? That's what's causing this. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Guys, I'm gonna have to disable face masks because it's ruining the stream, and it's ruining my amazing hype for the subs. And I don't want that to happen. Let's give some hype to Dav, guys. Let's see other hype in chat. Let's ignore the lag and just hype everything up. We're gonna rebel against the lag. Thank you so much, Dav. That's 2 years. That's insane. I appreciate that so much. How are you doing anyway, Dav? You would be so supportive and awesome. Okay, the stream will behave itself again soon. I am going to disable masks today, straight after the stream is finished, and we will then see if that was the cause of the problem. And I would say it is. because it obviously is. It's the only thing that makes sense. And thank you, Filthy Casual, for the follow. I appreciate that. I reloaded stream and there is like 3 roses. Well, that's okay. 3 of me. Can't complain at that. But I appreciate you, Daph. Thank you so much. Maybe I should disable the face max now, just in case it happens again. One sec, guys. I've got a lot going on here at the moment because I'm sorting out a demo thing as well for the skill trees. But I feel like this is priority right now. Getting Streamlabs fixed and these masks. I mean, I love the masks, I have to say. They're funny. But we might have to get rid of them just for the sake of not having the stream crash. Wild Genie, thank you for the bitters. Ice cream bitters, I appreciate that. Thank you. How are you doing today, Wild? I apologise greatly about the lag. The huge amount of lag that's been in stream today. It's not been it's literally just been when there's been an alert. And only the alerts with the masks, if you notice, like the follow alerts, totally fine, right? No lag then. But when there's a sub alert, we have a mask, and that must be, I'd say that's what's doing it. So I'm going into Streamlabs now to disable it. Thank you, I appreciate that. How are you doing? Usama, have I said your name right? Welcome to the stream. What is this? Connection timed out. The initial connection between Cloudflare's network? What is this even going on about? We'll be right back. Stay put. Streamlabs has died. The connection timed out. It's even appeared on. What are you doing today to me, computer? There we go. Okay, I send a link in Creative Work in Discord. You can write in this Google Docs every idea you got in. Thank you, Akira. And honestly, it's great. I know I was saying earlier that I don't want to get overwhelmed and that we're going to only focus on what we're doing now so we don't get overwhelmed. But I still appreciate that you're there doing all this, because it does help a bunch, and it'll certainly help a bunch in the future as well. If you want to help out, if you want to talk about ideas you've got, definitely submit them and put them in the creative channel. But don't be offended if I don't look at them now or don't focus on them now. The only reason I'm not doing that is just so I don't get overwhelmed. That's why. That is hugely important, and I've been saying that what feels like the last 20 minutes. So I am very well aware of how to do this. I'm not going to get overwhelmed, and I'm not throwing things on my shoulders because I'm 100% doing everything not for that to happen. So yay. Hi True Baldy. Cloudflare is an anti-DOS provider. Okay. I have no idea what's happening, but Streamlabs is being a damn buttface. It's not. Maybe it's because Streamlabs not working today or something. But it isn't letting me log in, and it's not letting me. It's only ideas for now. Yay! I mean, it's totally fine. If you want to think of ideas for the other classes, you totally can. Just write them in a doc, and that's not a problem at all. I mean, I don't want to say no to that. Just all I mean is I won't be focusing on them on the stream, like, if you know what I mean. This is why we have our little quest extension, where we have our tasks and that, so we can keep focused on what we're doing now, but it's having things there ready, set to the side for when the time comes is totally fine. Yeah, I'm on Streamlabs, guys, and it's really not letting me log in, I have to say. Do you have an enemy that looks like a Rex? Yes. Rex, he's not here now, but usually he is, and his little character's walking across. He's the reptile character with the hat. So, he. Oh, he is there. Can you see him, True Baldy, with the hat on? I gave him that hat just so he would be exactly like Rex. Okay, I'm going to have to go back to Streamlabs later, I'm afraid. It definitely isn't working. This is what's happened, guys, when I tried to log in Streamlabs. That's all that comes up. So, yeah, it's deciding it don't want to work for me today. So, right, let's carry on with what we was doing, which was the demo. Okay, so... Alright, that should be fine. We should get it working now. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this RPG Maker project as, and we're going to open the demo one for the skill tree to test it. But we are having a few crashy problems at the moment. But it's fine now. Sort of fine anyway. It crashed, yeah, we're having a lot of crashy problems, and I think it's ever since we've had the Streamlabs thing. I think the masks is doing a lot of harm to the memory on my computer. Why is this? Why is connection timed out stuck there for? That's really weird, isn't it, guys? I have no idea why that's there. Let's try and figure out what that is. Oh, it's our chat box. It looks like Streamlabs is officially broken because our chat box is even broke. That's what that was, guys. That little error thing in the corner with the text. It's our chat box overlay. Interesting. Okay, so... yeah, you'll have to bear with a slightly crashy, laggy stream today. And I'll try and get it fixed for tomorrow. I'm going to disable the masks, and I know we've had this issue quite a few times, but it was always hard to work out what the issue actually was. I've tried changing browser, tried a few things, but none of them have really successfully worked. But I believe disabling the masks could definitely hopefully solve the problem. Dirty, how are you doing today? Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. How is your Monday going? By the way, guys, everyone here, I want to make sure you all know our schedule has changed. I'm streaming an extra day now, Monday to Thursday. I'm treating Raindrop Chronicles like a job now, basically. So we're going a little bit more full-time than usual. Streams are kind of still part-time, but I'm going to be doing work off stream as well on this, so I suppose it could be considered full-time because of that. Okay, so skill tree, here we go. I'm going to have to hide the chat box for now, guys, because it's broken. Our chat box is unfortunately broken. So we'll have to have no chat box for the rest of the stream. I'm going to cry because I love my chat box. Okay, right, so here's the project. It should open now. This is the skill tree. Fingers crossed it's awesome. So, we'll test the demo. And if we like it, we will go ahead with this as our official skill tree mechanic in the game. And it's definitely the best one I've seen on the internet. So, let's do a playtest. Is it down? Is it down like worldwide for everybody then, do you reckon? Or just me? Because it doesn't like me and my computer completely broke it. I'm good, and you? I'm good, as we've had a few techie issues today. But no big game. We won't let it stop us enjoying ourselves and having fun doing this. Just got to get through it and try and fix what it is, I guess. So yeah, we got a slightly bit of a messy stream today because of that, but never mind. Okay, skill tree demo. Play game. Here we go. So let's get ready for this. Let's see what this skill tree plugin is like once and for all. Welcome to the Tech Tree Skill Tree plugin by Falske. Okay. Lucia starts with 2 trees. Marcia starts with 1 tree, but can get new trees when she changes her class. Well, we're not going to have a change in class thing, but I think that'll be optional. Hopefully it won't force it on us. Harold starts with no tree. Okay. This demo contains an example for setting the advertisement. Okay. Awesome. I don't know which one to go to first. We still got the chat box up. I think it's because we switched screen. That's why. There we go. Hi Ivan, welcome to the stream. Yes, if you are new here, the project command is the one to look at, guys. There's a link tree that it'll send you to with all our social medias and an FAQ page with some info. But I do want to do a website eventually, and that'll be awesome. And I want it to tell everybody everything on there. So that'll be the long-term plan, getting a website done before the end of the year, hopefully. I'll be working on that. Welcome to the stream. Good to meet you. Extra Chunky, thank you for the follow. Thank you for all follows, guys. Okay. And I'm not sure if we're going to get alerts come up because it seems like Streamlabs has completely broken now. But if there is an alert, I will see it in chat. So, right. Let's look at, I don't know which one to go to first. I'm a little bit confused, if I'm honest, by what all this is about. But we'll have a mess around and just get an idea what this skill tree is like. So let's have a look in the menu first. So yeah, it's in the menu, which is great. Let's look at Lucius's first. She's a priest, a healer. So there's actually, you can have more than 1 tree. So there's healer and saint. But we probably will not have them more than 1 because everybody's going to be stuck. It's going to be 1 class only. Unless we did what Akira suggested and have a race-based tree and a class-based tree. So depending on if you're a human, an elf, a fairy, a wolf, a cat, a kitty cat race, you will have a race tree, has special skills based on what your race is. But then, so that's a possibility. I kind of like that idea actually because it just gives a bit of a unique touch as well. We'll see, but it sounds cool. Sounds like a good idea. Thanks. Yeah, you're welcome, Ivan. The other plan, make the longest RPG ever. I know it is. I would like to do that, but at the same time, I do not. I mean, I've had people not believe in me in stream today, come in saying I'm putting too much on my shoulders with this project, and you know, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear like encouraging stuff, not people not believing in me. But you know, I'm motivated at the moment, and yeah, we are going to come across loads of challenges. This isn't going to be an easy project by no means, but I always think as long as you've got the determination and the passion for it, that's what matters, isn't it? It's when you lose the determination, passion, when people give up on something. But the challenge is what makes it good. You know, nothing is ever easy. If it's easy, then what's the point? Okay, so this, I really like this. This is the skill tree. You go across to see more. Hopefully we can have it as long as we like. But I do like that there's question marks on some of them, because that means that we don't have to reveal what the future skills are for like episodes 2 and beyond. Because for example, when we meet my character and we look at the vampire skill tree, I don't want everybody, we don't really want to have all the future end game skills up yet, because we wouldn't have even thought of them for a start. But all the early game skills that are available in episode 1 can be visible, the ones that will be possible to unlock in episode 1, and then there'll be question marks and stuff for later to be like, oh, I wonder what this is going to be. I hope so. Judging by this, we can do that. Judging by how this looks. Let's go in there and actually look what it looks like. So it gives more of a description, which is awesome. And the animation is frigging badass and makes me love it even more. And it changes colour, and there's a tick there when you've done it, which is cool. And let's have a look and see if the skills are there now. Yeah, they're there. So yeah, that is the way to unlock the skills, and you have to accumulate the points to get them. But definitely this is the most interesting way of unlocking skills I have found out of them all. It's very much better than the vanilla one that we've got. So yeah, let's have a look at Harold's. What? They've got an error in this demo. I've got an error in it. Let's do it again. That was their fault. Well, maybe it's mine. Who knows? Okay, why are we... Okay. Seems like the demo's quite complex though. I want to see what it's all about, but I'm going to be doing a lot of this. I'll be setting a lot of this up off stream probably. Can we look at Marsha's? Yeah, we can look at Marsha's. She's the Pyromancer. But it's pretty cool because you don't, it's not just one currency, it even allows like these node things as well to unlock. So that's pretty cool too. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry, so I drink water. Okay, yeah, I think I like it. I think we should go with this, guys. Who's in agreement? Who thinks that this looks like something we should go for? Because I don't think there's anything better, if I'm honest, from what I've seen. But if anybody in chat's an RPG Maker Pro, obviously I'm up for suggestions for skill systems, but I like this one. I'm kind of getting attached to it. Okay, so it sounds like there's a bit of complexity to it, so I will have to read up and get a real understanding on how it works and how to use it properly. But I'm glad that there's a lot of support for this, and there's a demo, and it seems like there's good explanation. So if I do get stuck, I should be able to get my questions answered. I like it too. Hi Stephen, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? It is. It's pretty. It's I wonder how much flexibility there is with it, like with changing the assets and stuff and the colours. I'm sure there is, because it would be pretty neat to be able to put in our own images and stuff and do it to our liking. But yeah, I like it. Personally, I feel Fancy Tree looks pretty nice, but overwhelming. You could check out Skill Tree System by Sunfire. I haven't looked at that one actually. Maybe I've come across it, but maybe I haven't. Could do a Google. I mean, I do like to take into account everything that's on offer and then weigh them all up and see what's best. Visually, I'm very attached to this for sure. It looks pretty for sure. I've not tried it out yet, so I have no idea how complex it is to sell, but I definitely am willing to give it a go. And I feel like it's worth it because it looks like it could be nice. It would be a good one to have, and it would fit with our game as well. But we'll look at more vanilla. Well, look, but I have to say, it's going to be hard for someone to beat this one, and I probably only will go for another one if I end up struggling and I think, oh no, this is too hard to set up, it's messy, and if I'm having problems like that, then I'm probably going to be inclined to go for another one. Maybe the one you've suggested, White What. But I do like the support for this still. One sec, guys. Let's go on our other screen now. Now we're back on. Now we've gone off the test play. I'm just going to get this forum post up. Let's have a look how it compares. And oh yeah, I have seen this one actually. This was I think this one was my second choice, because I was looking at skill trees with what I was Googling and looking at. And this one looks more simple for sure. And I think the only reason I was drawn to the Finalizing one was just because it visually looks gorgeous and exciting. So yeah, that's why it got the plus from me. So what we're going to do, what my plan is, I'm going to have a mess around with Finalizing tonight. See if it's possible, if it's something I can get working or not. And that's our first choice. If it turns out it's not working, then at least we've got a backup for if it can't happen. It's always nice to have that backup, just in case things don't work out. But just because of the visual style of the other one, it just has the edge because of that. Not saying this looks bad. It's still nice. It's just that the other one is really, really pretty. So I'm attached to it. But yeah, I'm gonna save this link as well. I'm gonna put it in my notepad file, and I'm gonna say second choice for skill tree system. There we go. Also, White What, I don't know if you're still around, but I'm going to say anyway, just in case you are. Your character sheet, your character that you filled in, is that all done? Or was there anything else you wanted to send me? Because I remember you saying you needed to send me something, so I've held off on it for that reason. But if it's done, I will work on it this week on stream. Perhaps, unless I do it off stream. But if you want me to do it on stream, I'll do it on stream this week. But I want to confirm with you first that you've sent everything. Okay. Okie doke. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Finalizing's skill tree setup off stream. I've had a look and I like it, but it looks like it's a bit complex, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to mess about with it off stream tonight, and we'll see if we can get it working for tomorrow's stream. We'll see though. If it turns out it's going to take a while, then I might save Finalizing's skill tree plugin for next week and work on it over the weekend or on Friday. But really, now that's out of the way, focusing on enemy skills, getting the enemy's skills set up, and doing cutscene dialogue for chapter 1, part 1 and 2 are kind of the goals. Send the doc tonight. Last week was awful. There are no worries, like, honestly, no pressure at all. Like, there's no rush for me to do your character, just whenever you're ready. So just let me know, and whenever you're ready, I will for sure do it. Hi Andy Cake, how's it going? So good to see you. Like skill tree, great. Yeah, I mean this one here is our second. Oh, where are we going? Where are they gone? This one here is our second choice. It's pretty neat. I like that it exists and it looks like super simple and not too bad to set up. But we do have another one that's our first choice. This one here. Heard that it's a little bit more complex to set up and overwhelming, but visually it's absolutely gorgeous, so we will see how it goes. Might take a bit of time for me to test it out and get working, but I'll be letting you guys know the progress with this skill tree, and once it's working, whatever one we've got in place out the two, we will start thinking of player skills for the warrior and the hunter. Those are our first two classes. We've got a massive list of classes here planned. Here they all are, absolutely tons. But for now, like, we're focusing on the warrior and the hunter first, because they're the ones that are currently in the game, and we will do the others as we go along. And yeah, so next plan, that's player skills. But we've also got enemy skills to think about, and we've basically done our plant and our mushroom. They're done. We're going to test them now. I'll show you guys how they work. But we also have the flower and the bee to sort out, so we can have a look at them and think of some skill ideas for them. But let's have a look at our plant and mushroom. So we're going to just close this demo and open up Raindrop Chronicles again. I'm going to burp. That was why I pulled a funny face. So I had the burps. Hunter, yeah. Andy Cake is right. That's how I say hunter. Hunter. It's like when I say pooter. Pooter's my favourite word, everybody. And I say it really weird. I say pooter instead of pooter, because apparently you meant to say pooter like a posh person, but I say pooter. Woo, this is like Pokemon. Yeah, the other one is for sure. Who knows, might have a little village that looks a bit like that in the future. That was our demo from one of the devs who does some scripts. But this is ours. Right, so let's look at our... Oh no, sorry, you can't even see what I'm going on about. Here we are. Sometimes I'm rambling on about how something looks and I don't even have the right screen up. That sometimes happens in this stream. Okay, so here we go. Toxic plant, yeah. So we're giving them 3 skills each. I think that's a fair amount to give them. Not too overwhelming and memorable enough for the player, but enough to make the battles exciting. Living on Edge, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime for 22 months. Thanks so much. We don't have alerts for some reason. I think Streamlabs is broken, but thank you so much. That is insane. 22 months. How are you doing, Edge? Thank you so much for the support. Let's have some hype in chat, guys, for Living on Edge. Let's welcome him into the stream and give him all the hype for that 22 months. I appreciate you, Edge, and I hope you're doing well. How are things going? Pooter, yeah, pooter. Favourite word. Okay, so we're gonna do some battle testing right now. So, let's say it again. Why is this connection timed out? I think that's the alert box. There we go. We're gonna have to hide that as well. Go. Silly Streamlabs. Oh my god, I sounded so high pitched then. I have a PC that works now, yay. I'm so glad to hear that. Are you going to be playing anything on it? What are your plans for your PC, Edge? Thank you for the hype, guys. How are you, Rice? I'm doing good. I'm having a nice a nice stream today. It's just a few tech issues with a bit of lag because of Streamlabs, and Streamlabs completely died on me. So just a few little tech issues, but we're carrying on. We're carrying on as we always do, Edge. Okay, so here we go. So we'll load up from Blessed Cascade. That's our first area. In Spanish, it's not a word you want to use. I know, Andy Cake. I got told that. I was informed that it means the B word in Spanish. Oops. Oh, damn it. I have to also change the sunbeam in this game to the plugin, because that is going to cause some lag as well. That's on my list, and I didn't do it this weekend as promised because it was my mum's birthday this weekend, so we went out to celebrate. So I didn't do as much on Raindrop Chronicles this weekend because of that. But I did do all Parallax mapping, so I'm really happy with that. And I edited some of the sprites, so yay. Thank you so much, Luke, for the follow. I appreciate that. And Ivan, thank you guys for the follows. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is how our test play looks for anyone that hasn't seen the game yet. This is our first dungeon, the forest. As you can see, we've got like some silhouettes running across the map. Well, they're not really running across the map, but they're there. And basically, you have to run into them to have the battle encounter. We don't have random encounters in this game because we did a poll and they weren't very popular. People don't like random encounters apparently, so people voted for the on-map encounters, which means you can run away from them if you want, or you can battle them. But if you want to level up and grind, I suggest that you do run into them. Thing is though, I want it set up so that if it touches you like that, the encounter happens. Because at the moment, it's running into us, but the encounter's not happening. But we got a mini-map. And it shows on the map little red dots for where the enemies are. You could also hide the mini-map if you preferred not to see it, so that option's there. But this game is going to be very heavy quest game, and it will have quest indicators and destination on the map as well. And the mini-map will be really useful for that, to help peeps getting lost. Real life always first. Might try out GTA RP. Oh my goodness, that sounds exciting, Edge. I thought about it once, what sort of character I'd do if I was doing GTA RP, and I thought I'd do like someone that was really clueless and didn't have a clue what was going on in the world, like just a complete moron of a human. Because honestly, if I played GTA, that's what I'd be like. I wouldn't have a clue. So I would have to roleplay that kind of character. Hi lads, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Okay. Relavo says, yeah, it happens, you know. Especially on birthdays and all that kind of thing. Okay, so this is our toxic plant, and we've got the battle encounter now. We've run into it. I want a custom loading screen though, because we're it'll just look better. I hope we can have one. So I've been thinking, should we make... I'm going to try seeing what it looks like if we make our heroes bigger. Originally he was half the size of that. And he was like a little tiny dot. Like a little tiny dot, like you couldn't even see him. So we doubled his size. But we could get away with making the heroes a little bit even bigger if we wanted to, I'd say. So I might test that as well. Because realistically, some of the monsters are going to be pretty huge. So in JRPGs in general though, especially the traditional old ones, it's kind of the style to have the heroes be small little guys and the monsters be big. But we can always just see how it looks if he was double that size, just out of pure curiosity. And there'd be 4 playable characters in battle. At the moment we've just got the 1, but when we have more characters, they will have their own little square by the side. And at the moment, that is our current UI. It's not 100% set in stone, might modify in the future, but for now it's a workable, good template, I'd say. So items, we don't have any yet, but attack, how does this work? We've got the little visual display of who attacked, the order of attack on the top right there. We had the arrow. So we currently have it set up so the character does run into the enemies and the enemies run into him. The only thing we could do with doing though is weapons. We don't have his axe on display yet because he's a warrior. He'd have an axe. We need to download the plugin for weapons because Vanilla RPG Maker doesn't actually show weapons, funnily enough. But that is definitely something in mind I would love to show in battle, the weapons. It would just add so much visually. And I'm sure there's a lot of battle plugins to mess with, and there's more that we can do as well for sure. Yay, thank you, Akira. So yeah, this is just a complete basic, workable, playable battle system we've got now. By the time episode 1 gets released, we might have way more, and it might be way more exciting. But for now, it's a good little placeholder, and I'm kind of happy with how it looks. It doesn't look bad. I'm a fan of the little active thing we've got as well. I added that myself. So basically when there's more party members, it'll highlight the one that's currently active. Yeah, it's pretty neat, and it's I've kind of kept it consistent with the Raindrop Chronicles logo look as well, because blue is our colour scheme, like a sort of darkish blue and lightish blue. Weapons do show visually, but only during attacks. Okay, is that how it works when you use the plugins then, or is that for vanilla? Is there a plugin that exists that actually shows you holding the weapons, or is that absolutely not a possibility? I mean, showing it even when they're attacking is better than nothing at all. So if that's the most we can do, fair enough. But I just want that weapon on show at least at one point in battle, if you know what I mean, because it would just look cool, and it would just give more personality to the character and their class. Because what's a warrior without an axe, right? Vanilla. Oh, okay. Is there a plugin though that actually show, do you know if there is one that shows them like in their stance holding a weapon like that? Because that would be pretty neat. It would be pretty neat. But I actually don't know if it's a possibility yet, because we haven't put much time into battle system yet. But it's going to be a focus probably now, because it's kind of what we're going to be doing, enemy skills. Okay, so we even have a little green bar underneath as well to show the health. We attacked that one, and have we been poisoned yet? We haven't. Basically, when there's only one toxic plant left on the screen, if you kill his friends, he uses Leave Me Alone, which raises his defense. So it's a buff for him. So you want to ideally not kill, or you ideally don't want to leave one on the screen. And if you have to, make sure it only has a bit of health left. So attack them all like equally, rather than just one at a time. Thank you, Boo Level, for the sub, the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yee. And Streamlabs alerts seem to be working again now. We haven't had lag on this one. I appreciate that. I'm a reindeer now. Is it Christmas already? Yay. Nice. So I'm not going to switch to my big screen because that might cause lag actually. But thank you so much, SS5 chat, for that sub. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for that sub. I appreciate it. Okay. And also, guys, yeah, we've got a new schedule, Monday to Thursday. Same time every day. Now. doing 4 days a week streams now. Okay, so yeah, I'm just basically showing you guys at the moment our enemies for our first 2 enemies this forest dungeon. This guy here is super strong now because he's raised his defense, and we made the mistake of not getting his health down low first. So now he's going to take bloody forever to kill because of that. So there is a bit of strat to these battles. It's not just a attack and die sort of thing. There is actually a bit of a little bit of strat to this. And we've been poisoned as well. He just used his abominable spit attack. So one thing that is going to be hugely important is items on the field that heal poison. So what we're probably going to do is we'll have like probably a sparkle, a bit like how Dark Souls does it, like just a shiny sort of thing to show that you can pick something up. That's the I think that's a good way to do it, because I've always felt treasure chests are weird, especially in certain areas like a forest. Having a random leaf or antidote being a chest seems really weird, but having it lying on the floor as sparkly just seems more realistic, and it's a bit more of a realism thing. So I kind of want to go for the realism approach if we can. Thank you for the hyper, Kira. Okay, so yeah, items for sure. One that heals poison, and we'll have to think of good names for that item. Maybe we'll put a poll for it soon, because I'm thinking standard antidote could be a bit unoriginal. So nice to think of a healing poison item that isn't antidote, something a bit more cooler. So poll this week maybe for that, or whenever we start doing the items, we'll start thinking of good names together. And this is oh no, yes, this is bad now. We're poisoned and we don't have the item tier, let's say. Obviously we want to have plenty of them around on the map so the player can heal, because we don't want them getting frustrated and rage quitting, saying no, I've been poisoned and there's nothing to heal my poison with. That would be the worst. Okay, so these mushrooms work a little bit differently to the toxic plants. These guys you want to kill as soon as possible. You want to get 3 of them off the screen as soon as possible, because when there's 3 of them, they use their special power called Fungal Fury, which is OP. So yeah, this is it. They're using Fungal Fury now, all 3 of them. Yeah, and attacking. And as you can see, I haven't actually set up the numbers yet for that. We need to work on a bit of balancing for that, and how strong Fungal Fury should actually be. But I actually just want to get the skill working first, and it works. And as you can see, we'll kill this one now, and when he dies, they won't use Fungal Fury anymore. That is only something that gets used when there's 3 of them on the screen. And they use Spore Blast, and what Spore Blast does is it's a debuff. It lowers your speed, I believe. We don't have an icon for that one, so we'll have to have a debuff to indicate that the speed is lowered down as well. We've still got poison as well. I'm not sure whether we should have it so it disappears after a few turns, or whether we need the item to get rid of it completely. It's a design decision we'll have to decide on. But yeah, the mushrooms are weak. We're going to make them stronger. And we'll need some sort of healing items as well. Not just poison healing, because Jesus as a warrior and hunter, well, he's not always going to be called Jesus, he's whatever you call him. I just decide to call him Jesus because I'm silly. But he's not a healer. He's not going to have any healing skills. So obviously, because he's not the only person in the party and he doesn't have a healer with him, there would need to be some sort of potions around. Otherwise we'll get game over and die. So yeah. we desperately need poison healing items on this map, and we need potions as well. And yeah, now it's the bees and the flowers. Let's have a look at how they look on the other map then. I did give them a custom walking path, these enemies, so they're not on random anymore. Simply because it's a lot tidier and they don't get stuck in random places and all huddled up in a bunch. But I have tried to make the walking path a bit complicated, just so they don't look like they're all the same. I've given them like individual walking paths, like the mushrooms like kind of hop around in a circle and walk a bit, whereas the toxic plants move more in a straight path. And they're a little bit slower as well. Yeah, so the flowers kind of are just rooted to the spot and they're kind of hovering. It's a bit of an animation there, and the bees are really, they're fast because they fly. And still poisoned. And we haven't set up the battle encounters for these yet, or put the indicators on the map, so we still have to do that. Got the burps. Silent Haven. This has all the enemies we've seen so far on it, so a combination of toxic plant, bees, flowers and mushrooms. And we want them to be easy enough for this one character to be able to fight. We don't want the battle difficulty to be too difficult for him to handle on his own. That's why we've only got those ones so far. But we have a little event here, a save point as well. We're going to keep that save point there. I think it's a good spot for a save. Who agrees? Because this is our quest destination. We'll have a little marker here on the map that shows that this is where the first quest leads. I don't think no, we didn't pick it up. So you actually have to pick the quest up from the innkeeper. If you don't, then you won't be able to, this event won't progress. So you will be able to talk to her if you didn't pick up the quest. She'll say a line of dialogue or something, but you will only be able to, like, you know, proceed properly if you picked up the quest. And then basically, if you've been following our story, our main story, you'll know what's going to happen next. Basically, we go in this hut because we hear a scream, and you'll see Rose Rainblood in there, my character, and everything will go down. From that point on, she'll join the party. Even though she's going to be sacrificed to the monster, she will still join us in battle because I'm lovely. I'm not really going to be sacrificed to the monster though. Mwahaha. Oops, I've told you how it's going to end. But, you know, my character can't die this early on, so I think that's very obvious that she's not going to get sacrificed. But, yeah, she will join the party. So from this point on, once we've had this cutscene event, Rose will be here too. And we'll hopefully have the skill tree set up as well, so there can be goals to unlock some cool, awesome skills. And then we proceed down here because our goal will be at that point to defeat the monster at the Everbloom Forest, who will be our first boss. So we have to go through the last 3 screens. And now this is the point where the enemies change. We have a deer here. And we have Stumpy, a little tree stump, and we'll have a big tree as well. And because the enemies have changed, they will be balanced so that 2 people can handle them. Now that there's 2 people in the party, because Jesus on his own would never have been able to tackle these, I'd say. Oh my god, we nearly dead because we haven't got a poison item. Did you add? Oh, is that a typo, Val? Trying to work out what you mean. Oh, did you add a rest area somewhere? Is that what you're trying to say? But yeah, Silent Haven is the rest area. So there'll be, because that's where the first, well, the cutscene, the quest destination is, stuff will happen there where you'll be healed and stuff, and you'll be able to rest and in the hut, and all your HP will be healed and stuff. So you won't have to use any potions to heal at that point. And you can always go back there and heal again. So, yup. And yeah, so we'll just have a little wander through, say hi. Let's see how the tree looks. The tree doesn't look bad, by the way. I'll show you the little bug we've got with the tree. I got a tummy ache today, by the way, guys. Silly tummy. Yup. I guess what you said. Yeah, go me. But yeah, I think it's very important, isn't it, to make sure there's that rest area. Especially when there's only one player in the party, because he's gonna lose. I mean, look at him. Look at his HP at the velvet. I mean, we've got past the rest area now, but we haven't set up the battles properly yet anyway, and the enemies aren't as strong as they should be. So he would have died a long time ago in reality. But we'll have plenty of items on the field. We'll have poison heals and potions and stuff, but we'll give them cool names. We won't call them potions and antidotes. We'll give them creative names. And I definitely am excited to get a poll up for those, a submission kind of thing going in the Discord like we usually do. So we'll probably get that sorted this week, I'd say. Actually, we'll do a poll for that this week to think of some cool names. And because we need them items as soon as possible, because it's going to be hard to test play as well without the items on the field. We'll be dead. So yeah, we got Stumpy and so Serpent's Fork has two paths. It's north that we have to go to face the boss. West will lead out the forest into our next section of the game, but we won't be allowed to go here yet. It'll be blocked off, but we need to think of a good story. No! We'll need to think of a good story reason for why that's blocked off, and we didn't even get to look at what the tree looks like because we died. And that game over screen is horrible, so we will be changing that. I think that's the first game over we've ever had. So, right, we're going to have to load that up again because I want you guys to see the tree sprite before we move on. I want to show you the book that I've got. My ponytail is hurting my head. It's so high, that's why. Okay, one sec, guys. For some reason, the game isn't closing yet. We are having crash issues. We've got white screen of death. Oh no. Everything's crashing, so just wait. Literally, I can't even click anything at the moment. My god, Streamlabs OBS has gone black, guys. I can't see anything. I'm just gonna wait a sec. Hopefully we won't have to restart stream. I'm assuming stream's completely balked right now. It might be working, but I can't see anything. Right. Okay, are we working? Are we working still? Have we crashed? Are we here? Yes, that song, it's Akira's favourite song, it is. Okay, I think we're back. Kind of. We're just having a few problems. You know, there's something I could do. I could just make sure I don't have a bazillion tabs up. Because Because to be fair, I do have Twitch open, and that probably doesn't help. And I don't need it open because I've got chat here. How is it already nearly 5:30? Seems fine here. Awesome. It's just on my end then that it's crashed. I'm glad that the stream's still working. Right, let's open Task Manager and just close it down that way. Ugh, I'm not picking my nose, I swear. I just have an itchy nose. Right, so what is our problem here? What is misbehaving on us? Okay, well, it's because we have Streamlabs OBS running, we also have the internet browser and the game. It's when we have all three running that it tends to struggle. So I just think, yeah, taking away some of the tabs should help, because we have quite a lot open, and we need Discord open for sure. We don't necessarily need Twitter open, but would Twitter really take up a lot? I'm also thinking, like, from October putting up live tweets again, but I just want them to be fun, not horrible and boring and spammy. So we'll think of some cool live tweets. But I'm just closing down a few tabs in the internet, guys, because we can check how things are run if some tabs are closed. Let's just open Discord again. Welcome, Chunky. I'm going to welcome you folks into the Discord. Because I'm super friendly and stuff, and always welcome peeps in the Discord. So if you want to join the gang, it's where to be. Especially if you want to, like, be voting on polls and getting involved in the game too, because this is where the place where we do our votes on Discord. So awesomes. I'm gonna shut down Twitch. That's it. I'm gonna cross it off. And obviously when we raid somebody at the end of stream, I'll have to open it again then, maybe. Well, not necessarily. So I can just raid through Streamlabs OBS, but I will have to see who's online. But I can always use a Twitch app for that, actually. So, in fact, shutting down Twitch might really help a lot. So we'll see how that goes. I'm still going to disable the masks, though, when subs happen. So I think that'll stop the crashing during subs. Okay, guys, so let's go back on RPG Maker. Right, so we'll see if we crash this time now. I've took some tabs off. Maybe we'll be better now. Okie doke. 100% keeping the save point at Silent Haven. Just be an absolute trek otherwise to go back through the other two. Don't get stung by the bee. Okay, so I'm just want to see the tree, because we have a big tree sprite. It's our very last enemy of the Everbloom Forest. And we were having a few little problems with his sprite last time. He looked a bit crappy. And he wasn't, the walking animation wasn't working either for me. So I've decided to keep him as like a still tree sprite that just stands still. But we still have a little problem. He's here. So I'm not sure if we can add that as the position. I want him to be a bit more visible than that. But as you can see, he's a silhouette, so that indicates he's an enemy, because anything that's a silhouette in the field is going to be an enemy basically. There'll be a little red dot as well to show that he's an enemy, but he's going to stay rooted to the spot. He's not going to be, you know, a walking tree or anything, because it just weren't working. It looked weird. But as you can see, we got a problem with the overlay because the tree is above him and it shouldn't be. But we have to have it set like that so that obviously trees go on top so we can walk under them. But because it's such a tall sprite, he's basically like breaking the tree overlay. The only easy way around it is to just delete that tree, just completely erase it, and if we move him down a couple of tiles then we'll see him a bit more, and I think that position will be fine. Yeah, but we will have to get rid of, I didn't want to get rid of the tree. I'd rather solve it another way so we don't have to get rid of the tree, but it might be the only solution. So yeah, but other than that, all the sprites are done and I'm happy with how they look visually now. We have to, you know, give them their map indicators still and set the battles up for them, but I'm going to do that sort of stuff off stream because it's a bit more technical and a bit more focused work. And yeah, we got this cave here, as you know, and we'll be going there later. So yeah, as for the enemy sprites, we finished with that for now, and I'm going to do the rest of that off stream. Let's close this now. So yeah, it's all about creating the skills and doing the dialogue today. If you click our extension, you'll see that. That's what we'll be doing for the rest of this week, really focusing on that. So yeah, and as I said, this is my weak point, the skill bit. Not so much coming up with the skills being my weak point, but making them and making them work, because there's a bit of complexity involved to it, you know, this sort of stuff, formulas, and just making sure it works and does what you want it to do. That's the bit that is a little bit tougher for me, but there's support on the forum, so there'll be a way to do it. I managed to get these ones working, and that wasn't easy. I had a lot of trouble with the leave me alone one, because originally the plant kept using it even when he wasn't the last enemy on the field, and it took forever to figure out how to do that, and I did do it in the end. I solved it, and he only uses that skill now when he's the last enemy on the field, like he's meant to. I forgot how I did it. So his defense grows by 3, and he can only use it once. Yeah, and I just forgot how, because it's been a long time. It was stream 19 when we did these skills, and we're on stream 35 now, so it has been a few months because we had a break in the summer as well. So I will have to refresh myself on how to get the skill stuff working. I've got a rumbly stomach, guys. It just did a massive rumble. Shall I go downstairs and get some food, or should I just wait till dinner, because it isn't long now? There's a donut downstairs waiting for me, but that would be very naughty if I had that now. Okay. Okay, so one thing we do have to do, we're not 100% done because we have to. What did we have to do? We haven't got the attack numbers set up properly. I'm gonna have to watch a proper tutorial on this. But I think it's the formula that's the important thing. No, it might not be actually. You know what it is? It's probably this enemy's toxic plant. It's the attack. It's all about the enemy's attack and the player's defense, really. I think. And I think we got the defense set up for a good curve. I think. I don't think this is the default. I think we changed it a little bit. But yeah, we have to just get the balance right with the players, the playable characters' stats and the enemies' stats. And then once we get that balance right, we will know. And I think the amount of hits we have for the enemy's death is about right. I think he dies in about 2 hits. But obviously if he uses leave me alone, then he will be hard to kill because he'll have a raised defense. Oh, this note here is the setup then. I downloaded an AI plugin, that was what I did. Troop Alive members, skills 7 and 6. Let me refresh myself. Yeah. So it's all done from the enemy notes, actually. That's how I did it. That's how I made it work. Awesome. I completely forgot about that. Snack time, foods, donuts, eats them all. Yes, I'm naughty because I'm a demon, but I'm a kind one. Yay. Like me, I'm a kind vampire. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I will have to get a snack because I am literally famished. I've got like such a rumbly stomach right now. So I'm going to just go and BRB, guys. I'll be back in a few. We've still got time stream left. It's not quite time to go yet. But I'll be back soon. Turn the music up a bit too while I'm gone. Be back in a bit. Okay guys, I am back. I hope the audio's okay. Confirm me if it is, because when OBS crashed, it completely got rid of any like volume mixer indicators and stuff, so I can't even see now if the sound's working. Hope it is. So I'm coming back now. I am back. I'm very hungry, so I've got a yogurt right here. It's a hazelnut yogurt. It's the only thing other than a donut that I can eat. Thank you, Val. If I had a donut, it would spoil my dinner too much. Okay. So, toxic plant and mushroom are like literally about 99% done. It's the white flower and the bee that we've got to think of some skills and stuff for, because we have none yet. Although we do have, if you saw our little dot, let's get it back up. We have got some ideas. We've got some names. Pollen puke. How good is that? Pollen puke. Absorb light. Needle storm for bee. We still got like question mark for that one. So we've got some ideas, and I suppose the goal is to think of skills for flowers and bees. Some good ones. Either some names that are awesome, because they're gonna have 3 skills each, so we basically need one more for the flower and one more for the bee, and we'll just do it when inspiration hits us, I guess. That was weird. Went down the wrong way. It works. Hi, Muffin Mensa. And I'm glad it works. Sorry, you guys, I had to see gross food in my mouth. B, swarm calls. Swarm calls is pretty cool, actually. I think swarm. When I think of swarm calls, I automatically think of more like calling more bees, like bring another bee to the field or something. That would be pretty cool, and it would be a sort of thing like make sure you kill the bee before it brings more. So I'm gonna actually put that down. Swarm. I think, yeah, swarm call. So to simplify it, but yeah, okay. So or it could just be swarm. I think that's what you might have meant. You might have meant just call it swarm and calls allies the description, right? That might be what you meant. Would you say swarm is more than one? How many would you say is in a swarm? I do like it though. And raise attacker power of allies. That was just an idea. We might not have that one. What would pollen? I think, yeah, we didn't decide what pollen puke could do. That one's still up in the air, but it's definitely going to be an attack, I'd say. Pollen puke sounds like an attack. But it's like, what sort of attack? Just a normal attack, or It will just give an incentive to kill them first. Yeah, I agree, Val. I think it's a good one because, yeah, for sure. It's like similar to mushroom mash. Well, fungal fury with the mushrooms, because it's like quickly kill them, because if there's 3 of them, if there is 3 will use strong group attack. So basically, if there is 3 mushrooms in battle with fungal fury, it will use fungal fury. So you have to kill at least 1 and then you'll be fine. So yeah, to think of some creative sort of puzzly strat skills, that would be awesome. The bee hi Silent, the bee pulls out a telephone and the text box for an empty named Ali appears. Yeah, Alison. Ali is short for Alison. Totally makes sense. But I still am in love with your leave me alone, Silent, and lost for that you thought of for this guy. It's brilliant. And I got that to work as well. It took a while to figure out how to get that to work, but I downloaded an AI plugin for enemies, and that was really good because that allows the enemies to have some kind of intelligence and know when to use abilities. So it was really handy. So yeah, these were some ideas I had for buffs and debuffs and attacks. These were some name ideas. So yeah, we basically, I'd say I'm happy with those work. They were the opposite to that. Basically, you got to kill them as fast as possible individually, whereas this you got to like spread the attacks between all of them. So because you leave one on the field on its own, it's dangerous because it'll use that. So you have to make sure when there's only one left on the field, it's only got a little bit of HP left. You don't want it to have a full bar of HP, put it that way. Gotta go, bye everyone. Take care, ads. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have an awesome day. Make them summon weaker enemies. Sounds like a debuff, so it's not too overpowered, but still dangerous. That's a good idea too. And we don't, what I do like about that is we don't have that kind of ability yet, where we call an enemy. So it's unique compared to what the mushroom and the plant are. And it does work for the bee. Like, you could imagine a bee having that kind of ability. It makes sense with what it is. I'm going to put in brackets slightly weaker, so not too OP. Hi Chris, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's good to meet you. How are you doing today? Hope your Monday's treating you well. Okay, so that'll make me remember that. Thanks for the little that point, Muffin Mancer, and Val as well for coming up with the idea. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the follow as well, Chris. Appreciate that. Also, if anyone wants to see links to the project, anyone lurking or anyone new to the stream, feel free to click the link and you'll get the links to everything. But I will be making a website eventually. It'll be even more fabulous. I'm good, and you? I'm doing good, Chris. I'm doing good, and stream has just gone so fast today. As always, it always goes by so fast. Been streaming over 3 hours. Crazy. Okay. So, guys, right. So, yeah. So, as you can see, goals this week. Skills, both for the enemies of the Everbloom Forest and for the player. So, we'll be thinking of skills for these guys. Hopefully, by the end of the week, we'll have these working in battle really well. And also, hopefully, we'll get our skill tree set up. Because I'd really like to think of some skills for Warrior and Hunter, some very early skills for them anyway, and get them put into the skill tray. That would be great. And we have some ideas here for them. I'm sure there's others. We can think of others over time. And we might not even come up with them just this week alone. Maybe over time we'll come up with more, and that's fine. Because inspiration will hit us at different sections of the project. And we still have 3 more enemies to do as well. We had the deer and the tree stump and the tree. But we won't focus on them until we finish the cutscene dialogue. And then, oh my god, we'll have first boss as well to think about after that. Yay, 3 hours and 9 minutes, guys. I mean, what I do want to do today is I would like to raid someone, because I want to try and make an effort to do that at the end of every stream if possible. I know there's some streams that I have to rush off for dinner and we don't get a chance to do that, but from now on I really want to try and make the effort to do that. And I think I edited the command actually. I'm going to put that in chat now. There you go. Type Rose Raidblood into chat with an emote of your choice to let them know we sent you. So we can do that now, guys, because if I'm going to raid someone, we do have to finish a little bit before 6 because my dinner's at 6 every day, and I never want to rush out of somebody's stream. We need the time to say hi and stuff. So I think we'll send. I'm looking at who's online today, and it's definitely a quieter day, and I assume that's because of TwitchCon and that. But Mia's online, and we did say hi to her a couple of weeks ago, but we can say hi again. I'm one of these people, I don't know about you guys, but I'm very much, I like to raid streamers I know. I get nervous about doing blind raids, if that's even a term. So, but I want to try and, you know, maybe do that sometimes, just to go out my comfort zone, just literally go raid someone someone random that I don't know. But today I think we'll just say hi to Mia. She's really cool. She's also from the UK. Which language platform will you make your game? In RPG Maker MV. It's in the title, Chris. It's a really good program. Especially if you're not a coder, it's especially good. Okay, guys, so we're gonna go over and hang out with Mia. Mia by Raid. So Rose Raidblood, if you want to, I mean, you can just say hi, put an email in. Let's go, guys. So yeah, we've just been having a lot of chats today, getting some enemy skill ideas sorted, talking about this skill tree plugin, and I'm gonna have a mess around with that off stream, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll do a bit of stuff off stream and I'll let you know how it goes when we begin tomorrow's stream. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, there's a place to be, and Discord as well, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Let's raid me then. You guys are the best. See you tomorrow.